In this episode, we will delve into the world of Hercules, the legendary hero of ancient Greece. But what if Hercules was not just a myth, but actually existed among us today? What kind of person would he be, and how would he navigate the challenges of our modern world? Join us as we imagine the life of Hercules in the present day. In the ancient world, the myth of Hercules was one of the most popular and enduring tales. However, the origins of the myth are shrouded in mystery. Many scholars believe that the myth may have been based on the exploits of a real-life hero or warrior. Over time, the myth of Hercules evolved and changed, incorporating different elements from different cultures and societies. The story of Hercules tells of a hero who must complete 12 seemingly impossible tasks, or labors, in order to atone for a terrible crime. These labors represent different aspects of human nature and the challenges that people face in life. By completing these labors, Hercules shows that it is possible to overcome even the most daunting obstacles. In imagining Hercules in modern times, it is interesting to consider how this legendary hero would fit into the modern world. Would he be a professional athlete, a soldier, or something else entirely? Whatever his occupation, it is clear that the qualities that made Hercules a hero in ancient times, bravery, strength, and determination, are still highly valued today. As a role model, Hercules embodies many of the virtues that people aspire to, such as courage, loyalty, and selflessness. By examining the characteristics that make Hercules such an enduring cultural icon, we can learn valuable lessons about how to live our own lives with honor and dignity. While there is no concrete evidence to prove that Hercules was a real-life figure, there are some intriguing hints that suggest that the myth may be based on some real-world events and people. By examining these clues, we can gain a better understanding of how the myth of Hercules developed over time and what it might tell us about the ancient world. Overall, the myth of Hercules continues to fascinate and inspire people around the world. By exploring the historical context, the story itself, and the modern implications of the myth, we can gain a deeper appreciation for this enduring cultural icon. Hercules is a legendary figure that has existed in the imagination of people for centuries. His story is full of incredible feats and heroic deeds that have inspired people throughout history. But what if Hercules existed in modern times? How would he fit into today's society? It's difficult to imagine what Hercules might do if he were alive today, but we can still speculate on how he might live his life. One possibility is that he might become a professional athlete, given his incredible strength and endurance. He could excel in sports like weightlifting or powerlifting, setting new records and pushing the limits of human achievement. Alternatively, Hercules might be drawn to a career in the military or law enforcement. His courage and fighting skills would make him an ideal candidate for these professions. In particular, he might be a member of a special forces unit, given his ability to handle dangerous situations and his unwavering commitment to completing his objectives. Another option for Hercules could be to become a social activist. Given his experiences of struggle and triumph, he could become a powerful voice for those facing adversity in society. He could use his fame and influence to draw attention to important causes and advocate for social justice. Regardless of the profession Hercules might choose, he would undoubtedly be seen as a role model for people around the world. His determination, courage, and compassion are qualities that many people aspire to, and they would resonate even more powerfully in the modern world. As society continues to grapple with complex challenges, the example of Hercules could serve as a guiding light for those seeking to make a positive difference in the world. Hercules is more than just a mythological hero. His story, with all of its trials and tribulations, teaches us important lessons about character and virtue that can still be applied to our modern lives. Here are some of the key characteristics that make Hercules a role model. Strength and perseverance. Hercules' greatest attribute is his strength, but his endurance and determination in the face of adversity are also notable. He teaches us that success often comes down to a willingness to persist through difficulties and hardships. Selflessness. Despite his immense power, Hercules often puts the needs of others ahead of his own. This is seen in his willingness to undertake dangerous tasks for the benefit of others, and in his actions to help those who cannot help themselves. Humility. Although Hercules is powerful and renowned, he is never arrogant or boastful. He remains humble, even in the face of great achievements, and recognizes the role that others have played in his successes. Responsibility. Hercules recognizes that his actions have consequences, both for himself and for others. He takes responsibility for his mistakes and works to make amends where he can. Courage. Whether it is facing off against monsters or taking on seemingly impossible tasks, Hercules is never one to back down from a challenge. His courage inspires us to face our own fears and take risks when necessary. These characteristics make Hercules a timeless role model, one whose lessons are just as relevant today as they were in ancient times. By studying and embodying his virtues, we can become better people and create a better world. While the mythological Hercules is widely believed to be purely fictional, there are some scholars who believe that there may be a kernel of truth behind the story. In fact, some historians have suggested that the myth of Hercules may have been inspired by a real-life person or a combination of people and events from the ancient world. One possible inspiration for Hercules is the Egyptian god Heru-Sa-A-Set, also known as Horus the Elder. Like Hercules, Horus was depicted as a powerful hero who defeated a series of mythical beasts and monsters. Another possible inspiration is the Mesopotamian hero Gilgamesh, who also performed a series of legendary feats. There are also several historical figures who may have inspired the myth of Hercules. One such figure is the Phoenician prince Melkar, who was believed to have performed a series of heroic deeds and was worshipped as a god in many parts of the ancient world. Another possible inspiration is the Greek wrestler Milo of Croton, who was said to have incredible strength and endurance and won numerous Olympic victories. While there is no concrete evidence to support the existence of a real-life Hercules, these historical and mythical figures suggest that the myth of Hercules may have been influenced by real-world events and people. In any case, the enduring popularity of the myth speaks to the human fascination with heroes and the desire to believe in the possibility of superhuman feats. In this video, we've explored the myth of Hercules, its historical context, and how it can be relevant to the modern world. We've also examined the idea of imagining Hercules in modern times, how he might fit into today's society, and what kind of role model he can be for us. While the myth of Hercules may be just a story, there are real-world factors that may have influenced it and contributed to its enduring legacy. From historical and archaeological evidence to the ways in which the myth has shaped culture and society, we can see how Hercules has captured our imaginations and inspired us for centuries. At the end of the day, the myth of Hercules reminds us of the power of human potential and the virtues of courage, strength, and resilience. Whether we face physical or emotional challenges, we can look to the example of Hercules and strive to embody his qualities in our own lives. Thank you for watching this video on Hercules, and we hope that it has given you a new perspective on this iconic figure. If you have any thoughts or comments on the topic, please share them in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos on mythical reality.